Hey, welcome everybody to Witchcraft TV. We are live for Witchcraft TV Tarot, and we have the Italian Stallion in the mix. And we will be right back to offer our services to the pagan community. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for.
As we weren't able to produce any fairies, we found a self-professed witch instead, Dr. G.B. Gardner. Sweeping the crossroads near his home in Castledown, placing the dust in a shoe in which it's taken indoors, is done to simulate sweeping away continuous bad luck. These superstitions are typical. Many fishermen will still cancel a fishing trip if they see a red-haired woman or a cross-eyed man. In a tiny island 30 miles by 10 miles, there's a whole world of beauty, interest, and enchantment.
Hey, welcome back. So it's a great honor to be here with you. Let us know what is going on planetarily, what is going on astrologically, what is going on with this beautiful full moon tonight.
Well, tonight we have to enjoy it while we still can, since it's 7:03 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, because it's going to go from Leo to Virgo at 8:07 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So, actually, was it? Yeah, we'll just say Pacific Standard Time. So, it's currently in Leo right now. So like I said, let's enjoy it while it still lasts. So. It's about the having like the spotlight and the creativity, expressing your creativity to others, and sharing that whole creativity with others, and entertainment. And that's why Leos have been known to be, great entertainers, because they're very creative and they love the spotlight. And yeah, I know a lot of Leos. Like my buddy, he's Leo. He's also he's a guitarist. He's a musician, and he's very creative, and he's very intelligent, and he's also a musician, and he loves having the attention.
Right.
So it's so now, like I said, let's just enjoy it while it lasts, because now it's going to ingress from that creative Leo to that analytical, meticulous Virgo, where it's going to energize us to be more meticulous and cleanliness, and focus on the health and the well-being.
Right.
And just yeah, and then just brings us into more order, where it's going to just like that commercial that we've just saw, where the infamous Gerald Gardner sweeping and cleaning, where we're going to be like picking up after ourselves, as far as like partying too much.
Mm-hmm. So our full moon right now is a Leo moon.
The Leo moon.
Wow. So. A Leo moon infused with emotions of fire, passion. So everything that a Leo, the zodiac attributions, infused with a full moon, is that kind of like, I mean, if you can take like our occult minds and like kind of infuse it together. So like anything Leo with a full moon is like heightened. Like what's going on here?
Well, everything, like I said, everything is creative, and then all of us have that desire to, to have our, our carnalities to be in that spotlight. And it's to where it's like our creativity has our, to bring to the table.
Right.
As far as whether it's in the occult, whether it's entertainment, whether it's or even in the workplace, for example, as far as our skills as our skill sets in the workplace.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to Roxy Griffin. Thanks so much for watching Witchcraft TV Tarot.
Hey, Roxy.
Roxy, yeah, thanks. We are Witchcraft TV. We are www.witchcrafttv.online. We are a fair representation of all pagan, witch, and magic paths. And tonight we have the Italian Stallion offering free tarot card readings to the community in reciprocity to make sure that our station is active. Donations are not, necessary. This is a free reciprocity thing where we give it plentiful. But yeah, we're talking about the full moon in Leo, and oh boy, do I feel the full moon in Leo.
Oh, yes.
Leo is a power to be reckoned with, a fire sign, definitely a fire sign. So we have like a fire moon. Are you giving a reading for just general, or what's going on?
Oh yeah, no, I was just pulling up, just looking for the Leo card, and then just sort of like just showing the Leo,
Yeah,
like
let's take a look at
respect
it.
of the Leo.
Yeah, let's take a look at it. What's going on with it?
Okay, so like I said, so it's bringing our creativity, it's bringing our leadership skills, but let's at the same time, let's not get too controlling, to the point to kind of like controlling, especially to that point where it's like you have to, or all of us have to micromanage everything and control every single nook and cranny aspect of, to where people are just getting so like wound up and uptight, to where it's like there is no positivity anymore in the environment, especially in the workplace, because that is the worst thing that anybody can do, especially like with management or supervisors or anybody that just wants to have all that control. And and this is also a message, for if the moon ever gets into a Leo, not necessarily a full moon, it's just the full moon enhances that energy.
Wow.
But I just want to say to all management that work, just allow and just be open, to creativity, from your employees, or be open, to suggestions, to where it can make the work environment more easier. I've been in work environments to where I've had managements to where they were not open to suggestions, they were not open to creativity, they were not open to having certain approaches on how to run the system to make and it just, as a result, it just became a very toxic dynamic in the work environment, and was not good for morale.
Yeah, the Leo moon is definitely fiery. I don't know, like when we're talking about zodiac and particularly leadership qualities, Leo is a hell of a good leadership. And I don't know if, not to like down talk any other, zodiac current. How much power does a Leo have, particularly in a moon of tonight?
I would say a lot. Are you referring to people with the zodiac sign of Leo?
I guess what I'm talking about is just the natural, like Leo in general. Yes, some people are, born under the planetary, alignment of Leo, and they're governed by Leo, and, with their planetary stardust affecting their life. But as far as leadership goes, where does Leo really fall?
Actually, I'm glad you brought that up, my friend, because it so happens that my mother is a Leo, and she has said that because in her work environment, she's never had any been authority figure as far as, you know, a supervisor or whatever. She's they are off. It's because they are sometimes, she claims that sometimes they are being, I don't want to say dragged, but sometimes people tend to, you know, because they are natural leaders, but the thing is they have been dragged, I would say dragged, not dragged, but sort of like they were sometimes put in a certain positions where they were kind of semi forced to take over an authority figure position in a work environment, or whether it be or it can be any entity, not just necessarily the work. Sometimes they don't even want it because you know, being an authority figure or having some sort of leadership, it is a hell of a lot of responsibility. And she's
Right.
you know, said, she said that sometimes, oh, we don't even want it. It's not because we want to, it's because we're just being pulled in because circumstances call for it. Sometimes we don't even want to because it's a lot of responsibility.
Hmm.
So I would say maybe not as much leadership as it seems, because like she said, it's a lot of responsibility.
When we're talking about you know, astrological signs like Leo and Aries and Sagittarius, these are all like the pyramid of the fire, the passion. They're their fire, passion, you know, block, so to speak. And Leo seems to be like at the hierarchy of this. Like they're on the front lines.
Oh
And you
yeah.
just, in discernment, we have Leo, um, Aries, and then Sagittarius, right?
Right.
So I'm just like, how, what does that, how does that even resonate? Like with other astrological influences? Like, how does that even correspond? And how can we utilize that in a full moon tonight?
Well, I would say just like I said, just allow other you know, others maybe, oh my goodness, how do I put this? Because there are certain others that are very knowledgeable in certain aspects, and they could, like, you know, like take over this certain aspect in the entity, and then this other person who is, you know, very knowledgeable in this aspect, they can, you know, take charge of this aspect in this entity, and then, like, let me use an example. Okay, so let's start with Aries, which is the first zodiac sign in the zodiac. So Aries, they would be knowledgeable in the work environment with, say, let's use an example. What would be a good example? The accounting. Okay, so let's say Aries would be for accounting, or and then Leo. There's a person with Leo which is good with auditing. So Leo would take over auditing, would be head with auditing, and then Sagittarius, which would be, say, they would be then this person's good as this person's a Sagittarius, and then they're good with, say, not accounting, not auditing, but say lead like a lead agent, like where they're like watching the other, you know, agents, you know, perform. They're not supervisor, but they're like the leads of the other employees, and this is the lead that reports to the supervisor. Now, I hope that this has actually made sense.
Yeah, I mean, I think perspective is a good endeavor. What about like cardinal? Like when we have elements, and a lot of the elements have to do with different astrological signs. Every zodiac sign has a particular element. Um, earth, air, fire, water, and
The qualities.
is there like a pecking order to that? Is there a hierarchy? Is there like your boss fire, your boss earth, your boss Aries? Is that probably came out wrong, but
No. Actually, yeah. So I'm glad you brought this up because you have, how there's like 4 qualities. You have Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. All of those are cardinals. They're the now those are also natural leaders. And then you have
you said cardinal. You said cardinal.
Yeah, cardinal.
So that's the key thing. Cardinal. What's the other cardinal? What's the other
quality?
Yeah.
That's fixed. And then you have the fixed one, which is Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and then Aquarius.
Wow.
And then finally, you have the other mutable signs, which are Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces. Those are the mutables. Those are the ones that are more, they can be more adaptable.
That's what I was looking for.
Flexible.
Cardinal and immutable. You said immutable.
And fixed. Mutable.
What? So this, right. So cardinal, immutable, and fixed. So, and if we're talking about the fire signs, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, every one of them have like a label. One is like, that's a lot to remember because you have 12 different zodiacs.
Right.
That's a lot to remember.
Yeah, it is, but it takes a while to memorize, and it's maybe tedious memorization, but I started when I was 15, so I did it. Also, the and the like the not just the signs, but the 12 houses as well.
Right.
Also, it's not just they're ruled by the signs and then the elements, but as well, but they also have modalities. So you have the angular, which is like ruled by the cardinal signs, the angular houses, and then you have the succedent houses, which are ruled by the fixed signs, and then you have the cadent houses, which are ruled by the mutable signs. Just thought that'd be interesting to throw that in there as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely interesting. When you have so it's like and then we get into like numerology because thrice or threes have power. Some of the most strongest bridges in the world are triangle with of threes, like the bridges. So it's just like fascinating that in astrology you see the same numerology with the thrice, where every one of these astrological signs are. You said it once before and I can't even remember. You said, I don't even know. It's above me.
Are you referring to the houses?
Yeah, see the houses.
Okay, yeah, you have angular, and then which is ruled by cardinal signs, succedent houses, which are ruled by fixed signs, and then you have the cadent houses, which are ruled by the mutable signs.
Wow. Yeah, it's really good. So yeah, thanks for that. Wow. Yeah, it just goes to show you that the occult is not for everyone. It is very complex, and there's lots of rabbit holes when you get to the functions of, you know, astrology and occultic philosophy. It's like, it's really deep, and I don't even understand any of this. And that's part of the reason why, you know, we have Witchcraft TV, so we can try to like talk about it. Wow. It seems like you know what you're talking about.
Thank you. Yeah. But even then, there are certain aspects in the occult that I'm still learning myself, and I'm just like gradually, you know, getting a comprehension on it. Like the Kabbalah, for example, which I did have my Thelemic Minerval in the winter solstice, by the way.
Wow.
And so I'm going into Thelema now, but and I find it astonishing on how when I think it was if it was Aleister Crowley himself when he put the astrological correspondences and the Sephirot in the Kabbalah and then the path of the Jewish tree of life.
Yeah.
And I memorized it, but then I stopped because when I was like working, and then I just like lost the memory. And then it was so interesting because this is when I was like in my early 30s, and then this gal, and then there's a friend of mine who even said that you start learning the Kabbalah in your 40s, which I'm currently 42 right now, and I was like, is that why I forgot about the Kabbalah?
Yeah, they wouldn't. In the Jewish mysteries, they wouldn't take students that were 40. You had to be 40 years old. Yeah. That's cool that you acknowledge that. Like, I thought I was alone with that.
No.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a learning process, and it's like, and even when you like learn the basics, and it's like you feel like, oh great, oh I know it all, and then it's like, nope, there's a lot more to learn. Nope, there's a lot more, and it's like, so in other words, yeah, you're never gonna stop learning.
Right. So Jamie Lynn Denton out there in Reno, Nevada. Blessed be from Reno, Nevada. Big shout out. We tip our hat, and we love you, Nevada. I just want to let you know. Share to 7. Thanks for sharing out our content, and we appreciate that. Longtime benefactor, Jamie Lynn Denton, and also the person that, well, on the Witchcraft TV platform, we have the Witchy Kids Network, where it was created by her daughter, who asked her pagan mother, Mom, how come we don't have witchy TV for kids? And she said, I don't know. Let me go ask. And that's how the Witchy Kids Network was born. And now we have that. Yeah. So thank you so much. We have Alice Newman. Abby here from Olive Hill, Kentucky.
Hello, Alice.
Hi, Alice. Nice to meet your acquaintance. So lovely to have you here from Olive Hill. And we just love the name of the Greeks from Olive. Jamie Lynn, thank you so much. Thank you so much for stopping by. Absolutely. Yeah. So if you're just showing up, this is Witchcraft TV Tarot. We are www.witchcrafttv.online. We are giving free readings to the community in reciprocity for maintaining the platform, and also getting to know the most gifted astrologers and Witchcraft TV tarot readers and oracle readers to mankind. So if you like a reading, go ahead and put it in the comments. And absolutely.
That's why I'm here.
So if we were to give a reading for like just a general reading, and I know there's a lot of stuff going on in America right now,
Right.
all kinds of political bullshit, and
Oh, yeah.
Witchcraft TV is not going to get into politics. We already know that the left is better for the trajectory of witchcraft, of contemporary witchcraft, and it's safer, and we understand that, and it is what it is. At the same time, if you were to give a reading for the general community, the esoteric community, the magical community, the witchcraft community, the Christian community, the Muslim community, a world reading, can you pull some cards to help us in a better trajectory? Like a more, I'm asking for a reading.
Okay. So, I see that I just pulled the Taurus card here. So Taurus is, as we all know, Taurus is ruled by the planet Venus, and it's a fixed sign. Okay, fabulous. So basically, it's kind of saying to kind of, be grounded at the same time, kind of ground, because there's a lot of political, like you said, the political BS going on, and the whole
Right.
chaos going on, and so it's basically, there's something in here saying that that there's something that has to come to a conclusion, to where it has to ground. That's the key, because you're being an earth sign, being fixed, and then being ruled by Venus. Ground and sort of, congregate. And, and maybe even though there's a lot of pagans that don't agree, have their political disputes, but we also have to congregate and, and look at what we have in common. Like, for example, say, like, we're both parents. We're both like we both like cats. We're both pagans. We both like chess. We both are into Shakespeare. We both like wine tasting. Things like that. We both have to congregate. And, and even though we agree to disagree, probably this is why, and I go ahead and laugh at me. This is probably ridiculous, but I'm a ufology enthusiast myself. And this is probably why the aliens, they don't want to have anything to do with this yet, because they see how ridiculous humanity is with all this fighting and all this politics and this this religious discrimination between the Islamic and the Christians and the Jewish people, like fighting each other with this whole conflict going on between Palestine and Israel, and it's like they just don't want to have anything to do, because they're like, hey, and then not to mention they see, like, they're so preoccupied with this preoccupation and obsession with currency, obtaining currency, and obtaining more and more and more and more and more and more and more,
Right,
with everybody. And it's like, it's all about, even though Taurus is about money and possessions and elegance, but it's all about, because it's also Venus, it's all about congregation, love, acceptance. So this is what it's telling about. Get grounded, get a grip, and just like, and then maybe the aliens will come down, and then they'll want to help us with our endeavor with space travel, going from here to the star system Sirius.
Wow. Witchcraft TV Tarot, you already know. If you want a reading from our gifted Witchcraft TV Tarot readers, just put it in the comments and we will get to you. and we will be right back after these commercials from the wonderful Salem, Massachusetts. Welcome back to Witchcraft TV Tarot, and we got the Italian Stallion with us here tonight, and we're talking all things astrological in Leo Rar Lion with the full moon. What's going on with that full moon tonight? If you were to talk about the full moon tonight, what are the energies? What's the best current to get attached to tonight for a Leo? A Leo full moon seems like a fiery leadership moon. Like, what's going on?
Okay, yeah. So, like I said, so it's 7:33 right now p.m. As we speak, and as I stated earlier, it's going to go into Virgo 8:07 tonight p.m. Wow. So enjoy it while we still can.
Wow.
So it's half an hour. Let's enjoy it because so in addition to the creativity, expressing our creativity and being in the spotlight, expressing that creativity, and in addition to the leadership, because it is in opposition with the sign of the moon is in opposition with the sun, where the sun is in Aquarius. So this is where we may see a sense of actually doing things out of the norm, just for the sake of you looking at another system where something might work, because we have observed lately to where certain things haven't been like working out as much, like for example, like the saying by Albert Einstein, in order to see different results, you got to try different approaches. If you're going to keep trying the same approach, what's going to happen?
Right.
You're going to get the same result over and over and over and over again. And people around you, the familiars, whether it's friends, whether it's family, whether it's coworkers, your spouse, they might see this as abnormal, where you're like doing something quirky and eccentric, but at the same time, but they are just, you have to kind of remind them, hey, what we've been doing hasn't been working. Let's try something else new. Let's try something. And if it works, use it. I have had, believe me, I have had people that I have known that have like used, that have been introduced to an idea, and it's like they don't use. Okay, I'll get you a reading in a moment.
In the chat room, Alice Newman, I would love a reading, please. Thank you for this opportunity. And they're from Kentucky, United States. I'm not sure if they're a zodiac or they're a question in their hand, so this would be a general reading. If you can say you're a zodiac or you're a question in hand while our gifted tarot card reader is reading, that would be great. But yeah, there we are. Jamie Lynn Denton from Reno, Nevada, a longtime benefactor of Witchcraft TV. Trying the same things, expecting different results is definitely insanity. And she goes on to say, it is also said that problems cannot be solved in the same manner in which it was created. So yeah,
Right.
back to Alice out there in Kentucky. I would love a reading, please. Thank you for this opportunity. So this is a general reading, and thank you for asking for our help. We are www.witchcrafttv.online. We are fair representation of all pagan, witch, and magic paths, bringing you the very best gifted divination possible.
I am happy to have
Capricorn, a general reading. She is a Capricorn.
Okay. Capricorn. No, there was
Shout
a
out
meme.
to Fire Jewel Howard in the chat room.
Hi, Jewel. No, just a note, Alice, is that wasn't making fun of the sign Capricorn. It's just that I saw a meme where there was a goat jumping, and then it said Capricorn. So just letting you know. Okay, so are we ready for your reading, Miss Alice? Okay. Dun 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 dun. Okay, Virgo. Okay, so generally speaking, and it's interesting though, because as I mentioned, in about, let's say, 18 minutes, something like that. Yeah, 18 minutes is where roughly that the moon is going to ingress from Leo to Virgo, which is interesting because I so happen to pull up this card here. Okay. So, now I would see this as that there might be some sort of, sometimes you have to hear what you need to hear. Now, I'm seeing that there is some sort of health concern, or there's probably something, there's probably somebody in your family that is going through like maybe like a minor or mild health issue going on. So that's got to be addressed currently. And this is not something, it's not necessarily something to lose sleep over or to really like freak out, but this is something, it just has to be addressed. Otherwise it could result in a severe escalation. So that's kind of what I'm seeing here. And then card number 3. Oh, this is the dawning of a card pulled of Aquarius. Okay, here we go. So Aquarius. So, yeah. So there could be some sort of idea that you're that you have as far as that you might consider seeing a holistic treatment that could be addressed. So yeah, so even though you might want to be careful on telling your primary doctor that you're seeing, and they might not agree, with the holistic approaches as far as treating some sort of minor or mild ailment. So yeah, just be careful on how you tell him or her. You okay there, Harold?
Yeah.
Okay. And Cancer. So there might be some sort of family members that might be able to support you in your decision. Or this could also mean, because it's interesting though, I pulled these 2 cards because Virgo and Cancer, These two combinations, as far as worrying and concern, they have a tendency to both worry. So with this combination, it's a double whammy as far as worrying. So try to, say, eat foods that are less acidic and more alkaline, so to where you are not going to have severe like intestinal issues, because Virgo has been known to rule the intestines, and Cancer is also known to rule like the chest and the stomach. So therefore, this is something to where you want to also consider healthy alternatives as far as holistic approaches. Will still, take I don't want to say take the prescriptions that your doctor prescribes, but also just like pick them up at the pharmacy, just, in case, in case, because I'm all for. Sorry, I got preoccupied here. I got texts. I'm going to get back to them in a moment. Not now, but yeah. Well, after this. Sorry about that. So, because sometimes, pharmaceuticals, they are necessary, to the point to where they cannot address or cannot mask the certain symptoms on the meantime, where they cannot address certain ailments. So it is sometimes they are necessary, but holistic medicine is always a recommended approach, as per me personally. So I hope this answers your question. I hope this is enlightening, and I hope that you use this reading wisely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we definitely thank you so much to Kentucky, the Appalachians, and we hope that we have helped you with our gifted tarot card reader. And this is the Italian Stallion. We are here at witchcrafttv.online, and we hope that you join us next week for the same show. Keep it right here. Fair representation of all pagan, witch, and magic paths.
Merry meet and welcome to Festival Fun on Witchcraft TV, where we talk about paganism, witchcraft, spiritual festivals, conventions, and other gatherings. These events are a wonderful way to learn about magical practices, to participate in rituals, and meet like-minded people. It's a whole lot of fun. With your host, A.C. Fisher and Harold Sanford Carter III. Welcome to Festival Fun.